Welcome back everyone, my second Let's Play of Final Fantasy 1 for the Nintendo Entertainment System, played on the Wii Virtual Console. Last episode, heroes Albert, Beez, Chip, and Nichols made a short dive into the Earth Cave. They cleared out this floor of treasure. Now it's time for them to head deeper into the Earth Cave to look for more treasure and to try to find that vampire. The vampire that people from Melmond believe is the cause of the rot of the Earth. The vampire made a stop in the town, destroyed the clinic, and basically scared the people to the point where they were hoping and praying for some savior to arrive to save them. And hey, lo and behold, our 4 ratty heroes have done just that. So now it's time to help out the people and see if they can find this vampire. This might be a little bit of a tougher battle as for this party, because, well, our characters, they don't have any stakes, and they don't have any fire, and those are some weaknesses of vampires. My previous playthrough, I had black mage, red mage, and a white mage. All of them had spells that could damage the vampire. The white mage had the harm spells, and the black and red mage had fire 2 spells that could deal a lot of damage. Our characters here don't have any of those spells, so I guess we're just gonna have to rely on staking the vampire with their swords. So speaking of swords, we got a new sword there for Chip, the coral sword. It has the same strength and hit percentage as the dragon sword, so there's there's no upgrade to switch them out. The coral sword may have a higher critical hit rating. I'm not sure, but I'd have to look at the table on that, but I just switched them out just because I think the coral sword looks a little cooler in battle. The coral sword was supposed to deal more damage to water type enemies, so it would have been good in like the sea sections, potentially even in the sea shrine when we get there, while the water characters are. But once again, it's bugged, so it doesn't work. But still, you know, it's not a downgrade from the dragon sword, so might as well keep it and see what the weapon looks like. It has like a little pink color to it. It's like a lightsaber. So, alright, well that clears out this floor. You can see a whole bunch of these bats here. Quarters are really narrow. That's where we get the beat bat nickname from, because bats can get in the way. See that one over there on the right? If he gets in that hallway that keeps going up, that can be really annoying because you have to kind of push him out of the way. Luckily he's going down, but still, see how he's blocking our path. Beep beep, bat, move out of the way. See, I remember I was going through doing a little test run, and that bat was right in the middle of the hallway. It took so long because I just keep pressing down on him, being like, "Get out of the way, bat!" And then the hallway is so narrow that you can't walk around him. So, no trap tile there. But so over there, that room over there, that is where the vampire is. But we will learn that it is not the end of the Earth Cave. The Earth Cave goes a little bit deeper. But that's what makes this cave kind of annoying, besides the initial hallway, the narrow hallways. You're gonna have to make multiple dives into the Earth Cave. So, we've got a trap tile here. Some more oaths. They're not too bad. Now that our characters are still kind of armored up. As long as they don't get a critical hit on any of our thieves, that's the biggest issue that we have. So, when they're hitting the fighters, they're not too bad, so. But I'm actually, even though I kind of decried it an earlier episode, I may end up getting steel armor for the characters, for the 2 fighters, because I have just so much money and nothing really to spend it on, because this party doesn't need spells. And yes, in the future we'll be getting elemental armors. And the elemental armors are better than the steel armors because they have those properties. But by the time we get the elemental armors, we can theoretically be class changed. And with the class change, the ninjas can equip the elemental armors. So those elemental armors will be passed down to the ninjas anyway. So we can, while we pass the elemental armors down to the ninjas, the knights, the upgraded fighters, can be using that steel armor. So, until we get enough elemental armors to cover everybody. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, it's one thing I've noticed with this party, with no magic, it's so much cheaper. So, I thought I'd have to be spending a whole lot more money on heals, because I didn't have any healing, no healing magic, but the fighters are really good tanks with such high defense, and I'm not going to spend as much money on heal potions as I thought I would. So, it's one of the good things about like some old games when you try to replay them in a new way. You get to try out new strategies and see new things. So, here's an enemy that you don't like to see, the cockatrice. Good thing I got a preemptive attack on these guys. The problem with these guys is, see, they have that stone touch. So even though they're going to do a lot of damage to you, they only have one attack. When they hit you, they can turn you into stone. And a character who's turned into stone, basically knocked out for that battle, won't get experience at the end of the battle, and that will throw off my whole plan of having everybody always be at the same experience level, never have anyone KO'd in battle. And then like some stats effects like poison, that you can heal in battle, healing stone requires you to drink a soft potion, and you can't do that in battle. So, and in the future, whenever I see a cockatrice, I'll probably just run from them. So it's good that I got a preemptive strike there, so I can show them off, show off their stats. Because that way, if say somebody does get petrified in a battle with a cockatrice, you know, fleeing from the battle, you don't get any experience. So everyone will still maintain that the same level of experience, the same amount needed to go to the next level. So fulfill that OCD in me. But nope. Hey, we got another level here. And that's just in time, too, because level 14 will give our fighters, Bert and Beez, enough hit percentage to now be able to do 3 attacks. So, and we got the vampire coming up right here in this center room. It looks important, and it's in the center of the screen, so figure it's a boss door. Heal ourselves up here, so... But the vampire will become a common enemy later on, but right now he's just gonna function as a mid-boss like the wizards. All living things were born to die. No one can defeat me, the vampire. And here he is. What's annoying about him is he has that dazzle ability, and that can stun your characters. Luckily though, he just attacked Bert, and luckily Chip and Nichols did some good damage there. Got some critical hits there with their swords, and finished the vampire off. So I said the 3rd floor isn't the end of the earth cave. As you can see, there's a stone plate in the way. Sense something evil. Yeah, when you notice when we press start there, the plate disappeared. So it's like that canal. That's just a piece on the screen that's gonna disappear then. So something we gotta do to get that off screen and get deeper into the earth cave. In the meantime, though, the vampire had a ruby, a large red stone. Remember there was that titan who likes to eat gems, and we were told in Melmond that rubies were his favorite. He wouldn't let us through that passageway that he was guarding. Well, maybe now that we got the ruby, we can bribe him to let us through that passageway. So, here's another new enemy here, Spectre. It's the green one in the back. This is an annoying group, because they all have stun touch. And the Geist are worse because they have like 3 hits, so they can stun your characters pretty easily. So I actually ran into an encounter later on with this, and I got stunned. It took me like 3 minutes to defeat this encounter. So they don't do a lot of damage, especially because our characters are so armored up, but it's just so annoying to have maybe like a whole round going on where every single one of your characters is stunned and they just keep hitting you, and they can reapply the stun when you're stunned. So you can almost get into a stun lock loop. So just gotta hope that when you're stun locked like that, they're not doing critical hits. and really whittling through your hit points. Yeah, both spending basically the whole battle stunned. So, but this is where a nice Fire 2 or Harm 2 spell would come in really in handy, because that would hit everybody. But once again, it's one of the problems with having no magic. But thankfully, eventually you get weapons and armors that cast magic for free, the level 2 spells. So there's a piece of armor that casts Lit 2 for free, a hammer that casts Lit 2 for free, a staff that casts Fire 2 for free, and another piece of armor that casts Ice 2 for free. So, alright, well, let's head on out of the Oath Cave. Got a short trek out of here. It'll be a lot quicker because we already collected all the treasures. Let's see, if we push that bat, he gets stuck in that hallway there, so we just gotta hope that he comes down and goes over to the right. You're not cooperating, bat. Be nice. Alright. Speaking of bats, there's a cute story. It was on the Dodo on YouTube. It was about an elderly fruit bat, the oldest fruit bat in captivity. He was, he was so old he couldn't fly because he had arthritis in his wings and stuff. But the lady would put him on her forearm, and he would rest there, and then he'd like flap his wings like he'd pretend to fly. She'd take him out on his little flights to, fulfill that instinct to fly, and she'd fly him to the fruit bowl so he can eat fruit and stuff. So really cute. So, a lot of cute animal videos on YouTube. So, including some of my rats who do stuff like color. Gotta find out what my new rats are gonna do. Zelda and Guinevere. One will play video games, one will probably color again and read books. So we'll see. But we'll see if this Titan will let us through. We were told that Ruby's Zor's favorite, so let's talk with him. Show off what the ruby is. Yep, large red stone. Hey. If you want to pass, give me the ruby. Crunch, crunch, crunch. It tastes so sweet. Rubies are my favorite. Alright, now we can go south there. There's a treasure room, but I'll get it on my way back. I just want to get through here to try to find Sarda. We were told that he does not fear the evils in the cave, and that he lives beyond that tunnel, so I guess he must be living in this cave right here. So those two battles there with a whole bunch of those ghouls and geists. Not to be confused with Ghouls and Ghosts, which is a series of video games that are really, really hard. But I've only played the first one for the Nintendo, but I've seen other people play the other ones. Use this rod behind the vampire's room. Hiding deep inside, you will find the cause of the Earth's rot. So now we got to go all the way back to where we were in the Earth Cave and use that rod to remove that stone plate. And that's where we'll find the cause of the Earth's rot. But those Ghouls and Ghost games are known for their notorious difficulty. They just had a new one came out earlier this year, Ghouls and Ghosts Resurrection. Apparently a lot of people said it's really, really hard. So, which is in theme with the thing. Even people who are like pro speedrunners of the other Ghouls and Ghosts games. There's a streamer, Aquas, who does a lot of shooting game genre games, shmups, but he also plays the Ghost and Goblin games. And he was playing that game and was saying how it was really, really hard. So, I always like to watch him play the Ghosts and Goblins games. Like I said, they're really hard, so it's really good when you see somebody who's like very, very skilled and can make the games look easy. So, what's not easy are these tigers. Can hit pretty hard. Hit twice, so again, a lot of critical hits there. So, I guess it's those big sharp teeth they have. So, but it's good to finally run into that enemy. Get to show off new enemies there. Usually they're in the overworld, but they've been kind of shy about the overworld so far. We've only been running into a lot of undead in the overworld. Those annoying shadows and images that have really high ambush rate. So A lot of the battles I've been getting into have just been enemy strikes first, and I have to absorb an entire round of combat. Luckily, the dark spell is bugged, which is what they usually inflict you with. If it wasn't bugged, those battles would be really, really hard. You probably just want to run from them. Because dark is supposed to cut down your ability to hit. It makes you miss more often, but it's bugged, so it doesn't do that. But, alright, well, we have a bunch of money here, so let's pick up one of those steel armors. We can sell this other stuff that we picked up. Because we have nothing else to use our money on. Wooden shield, that's pretty pointless, so there we go. Sell that silver armor and get the steel armor. And I'll show off the stats of the steel armor will really tank our evasion stat, but it will increase the absorb stat. So evasion is your percentage to, avoid attacks. Absorb is, how much damage you absorb from attacks. So it'll be harder to dodge, but when we do get hit, we'll take a lot less damage. So 38.52 absorb evade, 54.27. So we traded a lot of evasion for a lot of absorb. So yeah, both there won't be taking too much damage when he gets hit. So let's just sell off that dragon sword and the OK axe. So, not as good as the silver sword. So, I think has a lower hit percentage and also is lower attack. At this point, you could have gotten the silver axe from Crescent Lake, and that would have been a better overall thing. But all right, let's head back to Corneria here, just to stock up on heal potions. Remember, Melmond, in addition to not having a clinic, also lacks an item store. Didn't say the vampire destroyed it, but I guess that would make sense if he did. He's trying to make it harder on heroes. So, why not destroy the item store? Yeah, and the Earth Cave has, cockatrices that can turn you into stone, so we're gonna have to want to buy some more soft potions eventually in Elfland. And the Earth Cave also has a bunch of spiders and stuff that can poison you, so having an item store to buy heals, pures, and softs would be a benefit to heroes visiting Melmond, but nope, the vampire knew what he was doing. But we don't have to worry about the well, people in Melmond don't have to worry about the vampire anymore, thanks to our heroes. But they do have to worry about something even greater, more evil than the vampire. So apparently something more evil lies deeper in the Earth Cave. But we have the rod to be able to shatter that stone slab that blocks the passageway deeper into the Earth. So let's head on back to the Earth Cave to confront that great evil, the man behind the vampire. But we'll do that in our next episode, so take care, have a good one, all the best, and thanks for following along. Take care. Bye.